Greetings, traveler. It is I, the Dungeon Master. Let me tell you of the tale of the unruly orcs of Kozur. You awaken with a bit of a headache for some reason you can't remember,
Ooh,
and you're sort of staring up at the ceiling. And
like,
you can see out of both eyes for right now. Okay.
mm. So am I like laying down or?
Yeah, you're just looking at the ceiling, just kind of wondering. You it's basically a ceiling of large, looks like large logs.
Hmm. Alrighty. I'm gonna sit up. Just gotta try and take in my surroundings, see what I see.
All right, you sit up with a groan, and you see more logs. So you're in kind of a structure that's built of large logs, large tree trunks,
Okay.
basically. And you look to the side, and you see some iron bars. You're in jail,
I've been arrested.
and you hear a voice from your off to your right that says,
Finally get stuck. Sticky fingers?
it's a female voice.
Off to my right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna turn and look.
See a female half orc sitting on the kind of sitting with her hands or with her arms crossed, sort of lounging back on a bench up against the wall, just looking at you with a smirk.
Is she in the cell with me?
No, she's outside of the cell.
Oh, she's outside of the
Yeah,
cell.
she's outside of the cell.
Do I know who this half orc is, or
Well, what would you ask someone who you don't know who they are?
I'm just okay? I'm just gonna like sit up. Um, she's like, and she said finally got caught sticky fingers. I was like, maybe. Who are you?
It's Bajara, you idiot. They must have bonked you good on the forehead. Forget your childhood friend.
Well, I really don't remember much. They did bonk me pretty good. I got a headache.
Just a headache? Come on, get up. The Elder wants a word with you.
Yeah,
So she
so I'm just
what?
gonna.
She stands up with you. She's pretty tall. As far as the way she looks, she's definitely a warrior, and she has her the side of part one side of her head is shaved, and her hair is very full head of hair, but she's got it kind of flowing over to the other side, very long red hair, and she
Gotcha,
also has a patch over her uh, her left eye.
gotcha.
She reaches over and pulls open the cell wasn't even locked. She just reaches
Oh,
over and opens the door and says,
Come on.
all right. I'm just gonna stand up and just walk my way out.
"Okay." Well, you follow her
Like,
out,
yeah,
and
I'm just like lead the way.
yeah, so you follow her out of a building, and you step out into a small village. Okay, it's you kind of look around real quick to bring in your surroundings. It's relatively circular, and you can see that it's the village is kind of enclosed in a palisade. Very tall
Mhm.
wooden staked walls with small gates dotted around, four on each side. One on the north side, one on the south side, one on the east, and one on the west side. Most of the structures in here look like family homes, also built out of logs. So everything looks like a log cabin. It's very reminiscent of what you might see if you were in a pioneer village. Some of the larger structures look like they might be businesses. Um, Mijara is walking down the road, and she's walking toward a large round structure. So one of the only round structures in the town. Every once in a while, she'll cast a glance over her back, over to see if you're still following, and she'll smirk when she sees you and just kind of chuckle. Evidently, she's finding it very humorous that you've finally been caught doing whatever you were doing. So,
All right. I'm gonna follow her down the road. I'm just kind of eyeing all the buildings around.
there's also some trees. It's a rather open village. It's not very packed in or
Okay.
anything, but it's very open. And there's also some little copses of trees, single trees here, copses of trees there. In front of the as you're approaching it, the large round structure, in front of it is a large well. Okay, so there's evidently a well here of water that's available, and that's probably why they decided to create a settlement here.
Gotcha.
All of the
Okay.
all of the people here are half orcs. Okay, you don't see any other types of races here. She stops. She climbs the first couple of steps and stops at the door and says,
Go on in.
I'm just gonna like, thanks. So we'll waddle my way inside. We'll see what
All
happens
right.
here.
So you open the door, and inside there's a large fire, and you see a figure standing kind of close to the fire. Rather tall, muscular person. Not quite, as muscular as Majara was. She was no stick, obviously, because she definitely had the warrior look to her. He's more broad in the shoulders, and you hear,
Come on in, Bellhorn.
Just gonna, I guess I'm just gonna keep on walking in. Like, hi. Give a little wave.
so he doesn't turn around and look at you yet, but you hear him say,
Been a thorn in my side since the day you came of age, Bellhorn. Little did I think, however, that the day would come that your talents would actually serve this village.
I'm just gonna is there like a chair?
yeah, there's a couple of chairs,
Cool. I'm gonna sit on the ground next to one of the chairs.
Okay. He turns around and he kind of rolls his eyes at your antics, and as if things don't ever change.
Thank you for coming. We've got a bit of a problem.
Now you don't remember this guy's name, but you know that he is the boss. All right.
He's El Jefe.
Yeah, he's El Jefe, and
Gotcha.
you kind of remember he's familiar to you. Okay, it's not like you remember specific things from him, but he is a familiar figure to you, and you know that he, and along with that familiarity comes that air of authority.
Gotcha.
He goes on to explain.
Yesterday, we had a visitor from outside of town. And evidently, this person stole something very, very valuable to this village. I need you, the village needs you, to track this person down and reacquire what she's stolen from us.
What did he take?
That I'm not at liberty to say right now. All right, but I will tell you this much. It is, to you, it will look like a chunk of stone. Just a chunk of marble stone. But this is a very, very valuable artifact of our village. It is totally upon me that this has happened. However, we do have a long trading relationship with this person. I'm sure you're asking, will Elder, how could you let this happen? This is not the first time this gentleman has come through our village.
Yeah.
So we have established some amount of trust, but evidently this person was creating that trust so that they could get their hands on this particular artifact.
Gotcha. They took the magic rock.
He kind of grimaces at your description of the rock as being the magic rock, but being used to your blasphemous
My shenanigans.
your shenanigans, he passes it off.